Sunday arvo at Bankwest Stadium, a rough old one for our colleague Darren Lockyer. Forgot the boots, was putting on a kicking masterclass and in the end finished with a few grass stains. Thumbs up nonetheless. He gave the kicking tee back to his mate Mitchell Pearce, who had a blinder this afternoon with both the boot and with ball. Mitchell Moses, of course. What did I say, Mitchell Pearce?
Yeah,
got him on the mind. Brad Fittler and Andrew Johnson with me on the back of the Eels. Big win here this afternoon. And our man Mitch Moses, who I was just speaking to seconds ago, joins us. Hello, mate. Great to see you. Well done the win. I've got to ask you first, though, what did you say to Lockie after he had his shock of the Savo?
I let him know that I did the exact same thing not long ago and in the exact same blade of grass. So I said, no, mate, we all do it.
Yeah.
He was actually telling us how you're forming kicking and he was describing what you should do now.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'm not doing that. Hopefully I'll keep doing what I did tonight. That might help us.
How'd it feel, mate? Looked a little bit scrappy out there. How'd it feel in amongst it?
Yeah, I thought we were pretty dominant in the first half. And, I didn't nail that moment in the first half. We were pretty much all over him in the first 35 minutes. And if I nail that moment, I think we go on with it a bit easier, and we just kind of let him think they were in the game, and it kind of hurt us. But it was good that we reacted well and come out the second half and put on a performance.
Are you talking about the grubber kick from Gutho when you dropped? Did you think you'd spilled your lollies?
I didn't think I did. I thought I got it down. I don't know, it was a bit weird, and I hadn't scored all year, so I was freaking out. Gutho said he didn't have to do much more for me, and he didn't actually, to be honest, but I just wigged out, to be honest.
What about your other try when you dummied and went yourself? James Roberts was chasing you. Didn't even catch you.
Yeah,
had the afterburners on.
Yeah, he kind of just held off me, and just thought I'd back myself, and I needed to get over the line. I haven't scored all year, so I was desperate.
The other time you went through, you had Micah Sevo when you were outside. Could you hear the crowd start to rev up? It's like everyone could feel Michael was going to score.
Well, they did the same thing. I thought Gutho was on the inside, so and then I said to see this big thing coming outside me, and I just had to give him a bit of space. And you give Micah that at Bankwest, he always finishes them off.
Do you hear him calling the ball, Mitch?
Yeah.
Does he call the ball?
You know what? To be honest, he's gotten a lot better at that, and he's actually demanding the footy now, and that's what we need from him. He's such a powerhouse for us coming out of the backfield, and when he wants the ball, you need to give him the ball because he can do things with it.
Did you get nervous at all? There was a few times, I think, when someone went to the sin bin. Did you get nervous? Did it feel like the Tigers had it in them to come back?
I thought that was the calmest we felt all year, to be honest. Even with my error down there, even though they scored, we reacted well, and I think that definitely felt like the calmest we felt all year. They really put some pressure on us, and we just kept turning them away. And even with 10 men, we turned them away down there, went up the field and put some points on, so it was good.
Mitch, you're flying, your team's flying. Congratulations on the big win over the Tigers. We'll catch you again next week.
Thanks, boys.
There he is, Mitchell Moses, joining us on the back of Parramatta's win
Now,
at
Mitchell
Bankwest
said even
Stadium.
with 10 men, we rolled them down. He's
Good to see.
very good at his maths.
I'm not the only one having a shocker today.
I don't think they got 3 guys sin bin. Anyway, it's one of those days.
There was plenty going off. There was carnage everywhere.
Everywhere. There was some ugly stuff. Speaking of which, away from this match, 40-12, the Eels over the Tigers, Kobe Hetherington sent off when the Broncos went down to the Raiders for that hit there on Cora Harawira Naida. And then on the back of that, the NRL Match Review Committee coming out with a fine. If we talk about inconsistency with the current crackdown, there it is showcased for us. What do you make of what?
Don't be part of the uproar society, okay?
No, but
you're being part of the uproar.
No,
society.
but it's a clear.
Yeah, but you know what? The game
though,
with David, he just got it wrong. The ref got it so wrong.
Yes,
and
it
the
wasn't
bunker.
the ref. It's the bunker, mate.
Yeah, they got it wrong.
Yep.
Let's not call the whole game
but not
out for this one.
But not everyone's on the same page.
Well, just those two. Two blokes got it wrong. I think it was a male anyway, so I'm just gathering. I don't.
Yep.
But let's not, make a total uproar over the whole of the NRL for two blokes who just got it blatantly wrong. And everyone, every single person that was watching knew they got it wrong.
Yep.
So that's it. They got it wrong.
But you've got to get send-offs right.
Well, you do. But, there's been a grey area a little bit lately, but everyone knew that was wrong. Was that wrong, Andrew?
As it gets.
Yeah.
Hetherington cannot disappear. If you know what you're talking about defensively, everyone talks about the shoulder, but it's not the shoulder, it is the feet. When you get your feet in position to defend. He got his feet in position and defend, and when the split second, we're watching in super slow motion. The game's not played. Show it in real time. And all of a sudden, his feet, he cannot disappear.
Someone flying through the air, like at least when you're on your feet, you can get balance or sidestep. But, yeah, he was just mid-air. It was just a really bad decision.
In that position, if you expect Hetherington to tackle low, he's going to drop his head. He's going to hit a hip, and he's going to get knocked out like that. He cannot disappear. His feet are in a position, and if anything, he pulls out of it. You can see his feet. He goes back to pull out of it. Honestly, it is. I was sitting at home then, and I just wanted a big bucket of water, and I just wanted to shove my head in cold water.
The pressure is now on Jarrett Maxwell because it was clearly wrong. And the fact is the committee's come out and only fined Hetherington for being sent off. The pressure's now on the referee.
But Freddie, we saw one in Origin. Origin 1 was officiated sensationally. I saw where was the refs downstairs said, mate, well done, you refereed a but the Kyle Felt tackle on Cameron Murray.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going fair income, that was a sin bin every day of the week since Magic Round. So they obviously officiated that game different. But we need to get people in a room.
They're getting better.
Let's get people in a room, even get Gus in there, and natter it out. We have to find some common ground. We went from 0 to 100 Magic Round with an email on Friday Arvo, and we're still up around it. We've got to get down here somewhere, just about here.
But I find we are. I don't think there's that many bad decisions other than that. I thought he got all them. The CFO one was a good decision, even though Dewey did come off and look pretty crook. I think the 10 minutes, and he'll make sure I'm gathering he might get suspended for that.
What I'm worried about, mate, I'm worried about the bunker imposing itself on the game constantly. Now, if you're a referee and you're out there or you're a touch judge, you have a feel for the game. You have a feel what's happening. And I'd say you'd have a feel for a send-off. Or when you're playing, you get something and you go, oh, geez, that's pretty crook. He'll need a send-off.
The other thing you get a feel for is also the conditions. So some games you get there and they're slippery, and sometimes, a bloke slips over right in front of you. You can't do anything because of the conditions. You can't move your feet because it's too slippery to move in time. So I'm with you.
There was one a couple of weeks ago in Newcastle when Daniel Safidi just went right, straight at Martin Tapau and just went douche and went over the top of him and went backward. Now, the referee was standing 3 metres behind it. The touch judge was watching. Everyone cheered. Then they went back 5-6 plays. Even the Newcastle crowd was booing. I think we need to get in a room. I'll come as long as it doesn't go for too long. Okay, let's not waste words. Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, 10 minutes. Let's go.
Make it happen. Hey,
No coffee.
the milking of from players. There was a big talking point, Brad, leading into Origin. There was apparently the gentleman's agreement. There was a bit of talk about that possibly
I've
happening.
never heard something so stupid.
Yeah, and Trent
Gentleman's
Robinson has
agreement.
come out and said that the way it's going, the NRL's almost encouraging the milking. The way the game.
Well, there's one today.
How do you stop players from staying down?
I have no idea.
Well, if it's deliberate and you the Dane Laurie one, I think there was an example last week, you find them.
Yeah, but then, is the bunker playing doctor then? Or
No. Well, the review committee, if he gets up, and the other thing is if you do lie down, you should be going off. Part of the rules are if you lie down for longer than a second, you've got to go off. So if you want to lie down and take a dive, then you leave your team down. So puts pressure on your interchange and does all sorts of things. So there are ways around it. But peer pressure is the best one if players can peer pressure each other.
Away from some of the bigger
do it
issues
responsibly?
Peer pressure.
Yeah. Good or bad way.
surrounding the
We going
game.
for a drink tonight?
Any sort of
He goes peer pressure.
that's peer pressure.
What was I going to say then?
Well, I want to ask you about Manly winning without Turbo. Has that proved that they could be genuine contenders?
Yes. If there's one outside the top 4, I think Manly could, on the back of Turbo, what we saw the other night. But that was sensational. Young back rower.
Olakawatu.
Wow, what about him? He did a couple of really special things the other night. And the Cowboys, they got to the lead. It was 12-0.
Dylan Walker.
Yeah, he played well.
Yeah, he's back. There's a few of them back. They've got a bit of a squad now. So the one thing they've got is Kieran Foran back. They've got experience.
Schuster is not back yet.
No, he'll be back soon.
They're a dark horse.
So if they get to the semis, they're not going to be overwhelmed by anyone, and they'll handle the occasion, and they've got the strike to win.
It's the other way around for the competition front runners, the Panthers, at the moment, Brad. Back-to-back losses. Obviously, it's in the midst of Origin period when a lot of players are on Origin duty. Can they dig themselves out of this?
Yeah. They had 8 out against the Tigers, and then they came back against the Sharks from 18 points down. So
I think they'll make a statement next Friday when they take on
got the
the
Roosters.
Roosters, yeah.
Hell of a game coming your way right here on 9. All right, to finish, On the clock. Are we ready? You just got to finish the
Where's this?
sentence. It's
Just
right.
page 2.
Yeah,
No,
it's
just-
somewhere in there.
Spontaneous.
Oh, sorry.
The best club.
I haven't heard
The
it.
best club for Sean Johnson next year is
Broncos.
Bulldogs.
okay. The 2021 Rookie of the Year is
Sam
Walker.
Walker.
okay. Now it's going to come up later, but I don't think we've got the photo now. Have you seen the one of Jerome Luai and Felice Kafusi on the
No,
ground?
haven't seen
But
it.
after the game?
Yeah, no,
On the-
during the game. Well, they wanted me to ask you about it because neither of you seen it.
So like,
I don't have to ask you about it now. It's brilliant. He's sort of it's a great shot. He's sort of standing over him at the
like
time.
Muhammad Ali, like,
bit like that.
iconic photo.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Great way to finish.
What were they like, Luai? Who's your favourite Luai To'o?
They're just, mate, from the moment 8 o'clock's breakfast, they walk in.
You gotta
They've
pick one.
They've got a boot box, beam box. What are they called? Boom box.
Boombox.
Any cold chisel being played at home? ACDC?
Country. They play a bit of country.
Def Leppard?
It goes
Motley
from
Crue, Guns N' Roses?
goes from that heavy stuff to country music. It's weird.
Bit of everything.
They're a good gang. Good team.
Things are a bit weird at the moment in general. We're done. Thank you, Brad. We had a little bit. Was there a tiff we had at the start?
Could have been.
We're all good. Outrage. Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, outrage. You're part of the outrage
No, I'm not.
society.
I'm just
He's
stating
reversed
facts.
outrage.
Just stating facts. Inconsistency. Thanks, Bradley.
I'm with
Thank you,
you,
Andrew.
James.
That's it. That's it for the final whistle.
I'm over
Peer
it.
pressure.